Now presenting Mr. Mike Coyne, Governor's Hurricane Conference board member representing the National Weather Service.
Good afternoon, everyone. Our next award is the Tropical Meteorology Award. It's presented to an individual or organization that has made outstanding or substantial contributions to the advancement and knowledge, application, or understanding of the hurricane forecasting and warning process in the state of Florida. Since 2004, Mr. Mike Boylan has been educating people about trends, model runs, and everything else tropical weather related through his website. He does not forecast, but his dedication and contributions to the citizens of Florida and providing tropical weather information in layman's terms, helping to explain what the forecast trends mean and how to follow all the extensive maps, charts, and graphs located on his website, Mike's weather page, aka spaghettimodels.com. The 2021 Tropical Meteorology Award goes to Mike Boylan of Mike's weather page.
Just click on Mike's page, Trump Nation. Well, there'll always be some haters. They don't understand. Mike's got a friend and 100,000 more across the land. Well, if you want to know it first and you want to know it right and you want to have time to plan, Drunk Donkey Nation tells your friend, Mike, he's your man. And he's gonna tell you all about the wind and the rain. Gonna tell you if it's gonna be a storm or if it's gonna be a hurricane. Don't you worry about the news others try to hide. Click on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide. Yeah, here on Mike's page, Drunk Donkey Nationwide.
All right. Good morning, Internet world. How's everybody doing today? It's Thursday. We had tacos on Tuesday. We went to Tijuana Flats. One thing about us doing our daily brew at night, it messes up all of our dinner plans. We had to eat early, but we had Taco Tuesday. Today's Thursday. What do we eat on Thursday? No. Yesterday was sushi. I'm saying, what do we eat on Thursdays? Thursdays, spaghetti. Spaghetti night. It's Spaghetti Thursday. I don't know. Oh, I know. We got a snoring dog. Louis is sleeping peacefully, so I grabbed Hunter today. Hey, Laura Barron, how you been? Hello, all of our brew crewers. Yeah, Laura, you need to see that. He does pretty good, actually. He peacefully is quiet. He's purring right now, believe it or not. This is a purring Frenchie dog. This is a purr. He's purring like a cat. He gets excited like a cat. He's little like a cat. Thirsty Thursday, I like that, Christina. Yeah, Linda, you should be able to hopefully get the Hurricane Hunter IPA, man. It was sold out quick. Good morning, Kitchen. Good morning, Kelly. Yeah, it is a cat. Spaghetti Model Thursday. What's up, Brent? Man, you really are snoring today. I don't know if that's a snore or a purr or what. He just had about a gallon of water. This little guy would drink a gallon if I put it down there. He absolutely loves his water. Might have to let him down. It's pretty loud. It might turn some people off. All right. We'll say goodbye to little Hunter. We'll go see Mom. Okay, Mom isn't feeling good. You go hang out with Mom. Oh, see. All right, this is our Daily Brew. We talk tropics. It's breathing. Yeah, well, that's a good sign. He's breathing. That's always good. It's our daily brew. We talk weather here. I'm Mike from Mike's Weather Page. Hello, welcome. It's been a wild week of weather. Let me tell you what. Trends are our friends. We're going to talk a lot about Tropical Depression 19. I promise you that. I love to say hello for a few minutes. We don't do it on our Dirty 30 at night, so we're going to say hello to everybody for sure. Here, Brian Davis, how's it down there on the East Coast doing? Apple cider. Needs a CPAP machine. I don't think they would make a mess. Oh, where is he going? Hey. He's going over there to pee. Lance, whip it out to $9.99 for some garlic bread. What's up, Lance? Another dog looked at him and said, "What's wrong with that dog?" Naples parrot vacation. Oh, my God. This is crazy. Morning from Key West. Hey, speaking of Key West, look what I just got. I love Amazon. But you know, I had to get stickers for my truck. I didn't know what size I wanted, so I ordered 2 of them. I got the big and the little. So I don't know what's going to look. I think the big one's going to look. I'll put this on my cooler. But look at that. That's where I was at. And I didn't know if I would want to add this one because I was there too. So I'm going to probably put those on my cooler. Everybody likes the sticker coolers. But I thought that was pretty cool. Look at that. I've officially been to 0 mile marker on A1A. A1A. All right, Daily Brew brought to you by our good friends at ABC Fine Wine and Spirits, home of Spaghetti Mile IPA, if you can find it. Sold out quicker than quick. We'll have a lot more next season, promise you that. But great supporters of our site. I've been talking to my buddy Sean a lot about, keeping them in tune with the storms. The trends are our friends here in Florida. We'll go over all that here in a second. I promise you that. But big thanks to ABC Fine Wine and Spirits for their support of Mike's Weather Page and all of our fans, enabling me to do what I love to do, talk weather. Let's put on satellite while we say hello to everybody. That's what we're looking at. A very stalled out Tropical Depression 19 bubble. End of season party. Yeah, let's talk about that. Then we'll say hello. Actually, let's leave that graphic up. This one right here. That one right there. Okay, that one means a lot. Shelly just shared it. So we'll let you read that. Big thing for me. I want to start an annual tradition, giving back to the community. Neighbors helping neighbors. Said that back in 2022. It always stuck with me. Now means more to me than ever. Neighbors helping neighbors. So we're doing a big party at Tampa Bay Brewing Company at the end of the month. Welcome. It's free, 5 to 8 p.m. We're going to do a huge raffle. A lot of fun stuff. OMG Wick should be here helping local Doug Beavis, old radio DJ mayor here in town, going to be on the mic. We're going to have a lot of fun, huge giveaways, free to show up and support, getting the ticket. All the money goes to charity. Furman is doing a special raffle. Shelly just put the link on there. Furman's giving away a generator. If you can't make it, all that money for the generator goes to the same Florida Foundation for charity. So thanks to Furman for that, giving away a generator. So if you want to support, so we have a big old check from Mike's Weather Page helping folks out. You can win a generator by doing an online donation at Furman and their nonprofit. And all your names get put in a hat for that. And we're also giving away a generator at Tampa Bay Brewing Company. So they're giving away 2 generators at our benefit. So more on that. Just want to get that mark the date. It's November 30th. Hope to see you. So let's say hi for a few minutes. Your neighbors don't help neighbors. Well, that's not good. You could start a trend. I always tell the story. 2022, Fox News did a big article on me, and they used that as a headline. And I was like, I don't even remember saying that. And I would talk. It was an hour-long interview, and it stuck with me at that point. I was like, why would they use that headline? And then over the years, it means a lot. And so it's going to be our neighbors helping neighbors end of season benefit yearly. So, I've heard about the Brian Fields. I've heard about that flag burning tradition with the hurricane flags. That sounds like it would be a lot of fun end of season. Martha from St. Augustine. Love that area. Was at the campsite there by the reef, right? The reef. And then Aunt somebody's at Sally's or something. Been there, love it. Hey, Furman is giving away the generator if you can't come. So we'll put the link out. I'll put the link online. Or shall we put the link on there? All you got to do is donate $20 and your name gets put into the hat for a free generator. And they're going to mail it to you. So thank you. Gulfport, what's up, Christopher? Sabrina, hope you can come. Yeah, it'll be fun, man. We might have a little music. Going to be Christmassy. We're going to have a private $20 event afterwards. Bonfire and brews with Mike afterwards. Big, big, big bonfire. A pallet bonfire. Sarah won't make it to St. Pete. Maybe some rains, but so far the trends are our friends. We're going to talk about it. What's up, Robert Bowman? You got a cold front. Yep, you're in Georgia, heading North Carolina. So our little cold front's coming through right now. So, Chiefland, I've been to your little town a million times. Guy leaving the local fire department. You guys stopped me. I was there one day doing an update, and here comes a big fire truck. I'm like, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. They're like, hey, can we get a selfie? We take selfies in the rain. What's up, Michelle from Ocala? Yeah, so this is our little morning romper room session, man. Everybody chiming in. We really appreciate it. Hopefully it's cool for bonfire, right? We hope. We're going to make it happen regardless. For sure. So, all right. So we're going to get into the models and everything. Been a really very, very odd week. I will admit I have never seen the models do a 180 like this ever. I've never seen models all in on a system and then go all out on a system. So that is a first for many. I'm telling you, it was a first for me. Tells you how tropics can be tricky. Tells you how even the models don't know sometimes. You know, I kind of laugh under a little bit because a lot of folks out there say, you know, only trust us, but then they come back and say we just don't know. I mean, so if you don't know, well, yeah. Well, but I figured out why people like what I do and why people don't like what I do. I've always liked to do what I do. I love models. I look forward to the next model run. I look forward to the next run of ensembles. That's what I've always done. I love to do it, and I share it. And there's a lot of folks out there that like that. Okay? And when it's the worst case scenario and everybody's showing it, I'm going to show it. And a lot of folks don't like that, and I get that. I understand that. I've learned that I don't think people like to see that, and now I understand more and more the more I read between the lines. But don't hate on me because this is what we do. You know, I don't make the models up, and when they trend the other way, I'm the first to tell you. I'm not like only showing worst case, and that's what irks me is that. So I appreciate our longtime followers that know that this is a very consistent way that I do weather, and you know it's worked in the past, and it's continues to work. It's just I think we have so many new people out there that don't understand what I do, and they get told from so many to not follow people that hype, and they assume that's me. And good thing it's only Mike's weather page. There's nothing official about it. So I saw an official weather station yesterday showing Cat 2 hitting Fort Myers. I think it was AccuWeather. Now that's a little tough. That's a tough. When you make your own cone and you're when you're a news agency at AccuWeather, that's a little different than showing, possibilities. But anyway, light bulb went off in my head today. Now I figured out psychology with Mike. Okay, psychology with Mike, and this is not a guarantee. Think about this: the way that models have went 180 in just a day, the roller coasters of hurricane emotions are like this. They need to be like that. Okay, we could see a change again, but every day closer. I always tell people, one day closer is one day to more confidence, right? Whatever this is that we're looking at is going to be mingling upwards in the Gulf by next Wednesday, less than a week. So this blob will be in the Gulf will be bringing something to Florida in the southeast, and it will be gone by Friday. So those are guarantees, and today's Thursday, so we're getting closer, all right? Unfortunately, we have a ton of folks that watch us in Belize. I don't know about Honduras, but we have a lot of folks in Belize that watch us. You're going to get a lot of rain, okay? Unfortunately, it's going to be a big flooding story because this thing's just sitting and it's going to meander. This is what it looks like right now. Let me close this window and open up this one. This is just showing you the general spin. This is land. Land and hurricanes don't mix very well. So hurricane hunters will be going out there today, but it's so close. A little turn north and it's different. That's why the cone is so big. I'm going to show you the cone. It doesn't, but that's what it looks like. Let me close this out. I think I got everything up. Oh, I don't know why I have that up, but I'm going to show you here in a second. All right, here's the latest cone, by the way. So here's what we got. This is going to be tropical storm soon. A lot of confusion yesterday because it stopped over Yucatan. It's starting to show you that screen, heck, man, it might be farther deep. But, 2 a.m., so 1 a.m. Wednesday, I cannot draw. So we might get a new cone, starting to do that in just an hour, or not even an hour. Wow. 10, 11. Oh, we might get it during the show. There'll be a new cone soon. So we're going to start to see this thing turn up into the Gulf. We'll see what they show here, if they continue this tropical storm or what. But it's going to meander for a couple days. It is going to turn. Whether or not it's a storm or not, a lot of land interaction. So the National Hurricane Center discussion talks about this gap. This is the only big player in any of this right now. This thing somehow lifts a little bit more and clips the Yucatan. There's going to be a better chance this thing could be organized and more of a Sarah to worry about possibly. So this push farther south was not picked up on hardly any models. The Euro AI, maybe. I will give it credit. Maybe the Icon, maybe the Canadian. But there was a time that they were all showing this thing being stronger in the Gulf. So anyway, that's what we got. There's a cone. Trouble storm for several days before it moves on out. This is crazy, man. This thing ain't going to move for through the weekend at least. I don't even understand. I don't even know where these points are at. It's going zigzagging around, zigzag. Going to go to Belize here Sunday, and then out of here Monday and Tuesday. And then, like I said, it's going to eventually curve. So that's what we got on that. Here's another way to look at it. This is a cool website here from, I think it's Tomer Berg's website. I'm pretty sure it's Tomer Berg. This one plots the miles per hour. 65 miles an hour here close to Belize. So it could be a hurricane. We got hurricane watches. We don't have a hurricane watch up yet because it's not within 48 hours. So we might have hurricane watches up for Belize for Sunday, Monday. It's going to start accelerating to the north. Here's 50 miles an hour. And we got to still see what it does out here. The conditions aren't ideal, but there are been models showing a little bit of strengthening, believe it or not, in the Gulf. Raphael did just a week ago. So we still got to watch this exit. The big things to watch, I guess, if you're worried about all the scenarios, is going to be more of a turn like that. It's going to allow more strengthening than a slow meander over a lot more land. So that's kind of it. And a track like this eliminates the cooler waters that it might see and be able to feed off of the warm loop current a little bit more. So it's not 100%. Trends are your friends, as we always say, but this is what we got. It's going to meander, bring a lot of rains to Honduras and Belize before it makes that exit to the Yucatan. Here's tropical key messages from the National Hurricane Center. If you're worried about Florida, too soon to determine what affects, including Florida, Florida Keys, Cuba during the next week, middle part of the week. So residents should pay attention to the system. That's kind of what we're doing. Tomer Berg's website. I have all kinds of cool links. If you're new to Mike's Weather page, awesome. Check it out. All the links are in this column right here. I have all my posts here. I finally got an embed that works that I'm very happy with. So if you want to keep up with all the latest posts from me, you can see them right on my website. Also has it on my app. Everything you should need is on the site. I have my daily brew on the site, all my posts on the site. These are all the links. If you go to Berg Guidance and Tang Guidance, you get a plethora of graphics, tropical tidbits, Obviously, we share his all the time, but that's Berg's site, all kinds of cool stuff. And then Tomer Berg is right next to Brian Tang's website right there. And there's a lot of data on that. I try to put all these links on here so you can stay in tune with everything on that. Okay? So hazards. What we do know is this. I was a little surprised to see this. Look at this. Look at that. Heavy rain on November 20th. That's Wednesday. That's a little area. But as we say, tropical systems, regardless of strength, could bring impacts. So they're already starting to show heavy rain chances. This might get tweaked to the north, to the south. It depends on, but they're already showing Wednesday heavy rains across Florida. So it's always been Wednesday. That hasn't changed. A little bit of lingers into Thursday, but it's gone by Friday. So there's that. I mean, that's official. Starting to see signs of things to look for next week on that. We did key messages. There's the heavy rain. Already had it up. Here's the latest spaghetti models, by the way. This is on Tropical Tidbits. Notice the official track is actually even east of the latest spaghetti models. So this is a trend that you want if you want to see a weaker system in the Gulf of Mexico. You want to see more land interaction, less time over water. So the official is way off of the latest batch of spaghetti models here on Tropical Tidbits. Everybody wants to know why Florida's not included. Well, it's not him. It's not anything. It's because it centers the majority of them, and it just happens to be that distance, and Florida's not in there. So not hiding anything. It's just these are if the storm remains, this is the general track. And these go out, 5 days is 120 hours. You can see your timestamps 5 days from now, somewhere around here. 96 hours, 72 hours, 48 hours, 24 hours. So very little movement the next 3 days. So we'll probably see another shift maybe west on the NHC track. We want to see less gap. You want to see your cone not include that because that means that, but we're going to see an eventual turn. We'll see if they keep it tropical storm or not as it approaches. Intensity models have came way down. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this either. I've never seen models change their minds so fast in a day and a half. But that's your latest. Only ships model showing a hurricane. Now, again, when this thing crosses over, what happens? Not hyping anything, but you see the drop and then you start to see them come back up. This is the Gulf area, so yesterday the Euro showed it strengthening into a hurricane after the exit. So we'll see that. I'm going to show you some stuff here. We'll look at some of the models. But that's your trend, right? Weaker, which is good for now. Here's the latest ensemble plots from weathernerds.org. And you can see a huge difference in the Euro especially. Blue is weak. Green is, weak meaning tropical storm possibilities. But keeping all of Florida in play, even the Panhandle, believe it or not, that would be a weak system up there. It would be rains mingling with the front. The front's coming down. It would be more of a mingle. But, man, nothing like we saw, right? Even the GFS is very few hurricanes. So that's a major change that we've been watching happen over the course of a day. So there's that. Almost no ensembles are showing the gap either. So that's a good sign for that. Even though the cone's wide. So I suspect they're probably going to tighten the cone up to not include the gap. I think. We'll see. But hurricane hunters are going in, 3 days sitting down there. I think the biggest player in any of this is 3 days sitting right here. I mean, if that high pressure isn't as strong as they expect it'll lift. So still a big question mark the next 3 days as this meanders down there. But those are your, we live and die by the models, and that's what we got. For now, the steering pattern is very cool. I like doing this kind of stuff. Three Amigos, that was a great movie. Where you at, LaShan? 48 degrees. That's like almost snow weather. I just did a nutshell video on TikTok and Instagram, by the way. So yeah, Stan. Yep, 12Z. They're running deeper into Yucatan. Yep. So again, I try to be as realistic as possible, and Didn't second guess myself ever because I've never seen so many models showing a developing system. Enough that dozens of other professional Mets put the same tone out there. It's amazing how the models can be so wrong. And it makes you look at all models. That's why we look at all the models. Then you get a gut feeling, if you know. But here's everything in a nutshell. I love Christmas. Oh yeah, listen. I'm actually we have that one neighbor, that one neighbor that's already putting up Christmas lights, and it almost made me happy last night. It was a rough day for me, I will admit. My mom's not doing good. It's been a little rough. Taking a lot of heat online. If I didn't care, I wouldn't care. But anyway, I saw neighbors putting up Christmas lights, and I got excited. I'm like, that's awesome. I got excited. I decorated Emily's Jeep for her, and I looked at it with Julie this morning. I'm like, that looks pretty damn cool, man. I put bows on it. I got a reef. We got battery-operated lights, so the reef lights up at night. Hey, listen, Walmart, cheap, right? And they're on a timer, so they turn off. I put a grill. Garland in her grill, so yeah, put it on her antenna, so Christmas is good, man. I might crawl in the attic and play Johnny Cash one piece at a time. That's how I roll with Christmas, because we must have 50 boxes in the attic. So this is what I do. I take 2 or 3 out, come in and sit down for 30 minutes. I take out Christmas one piece at a time. So but this is what's happening. This is so cool. This is exactly what's going on. So originally we had a lot of models lifting in the gap here. They call that the Yucatan Gap. If the system was able to go to that Yucatan Gap, it would have grew. It would have been strong. This high pressure number one, think about this. Raphael's high pressure popped into play, and it turned Raphael into the Gulf. Stronger high pressure last week, stronger high pressure now. We've had a La Nina year with a strong high pressure all year long. I should have thought about that with this one, but every year weather patterns set themselves up. And the reason it's so windy in the Keys, we've talked to so many locals in the Keys, because of this high pressure pushing winds in across that Bermuda High. The reason we've had very few fish storms this year, and the reason we've had a lot of storms impacting, towards the west, strong Bermuda High, product of La Nina. Well, this high, number one, is being stronger than the models predicted just 2 days ago. And it's shoving TD19 farther south, creating land interaction. Then we have a strong high to the west that's preventing it from moving anywhere. So this high is blocking, this high is pushing south. It's going to sit here for days. Finally, number 3 comes into play. That's a really strong cold front. It's going to come along and knock these highs out of the way. It's going to lift our system up. That's just the way it works. Nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is H number 1 is stronger than anybody predicted. But should have realized that this has been the story all year. Stronger high pressure than anything anybody realized. Keeping systems in the Gulf. Milton, Helene, Beryl, very few fish storms. We had Debbie. So anyway, that's what's going on in a nutshell. All right, so here's a cool website. This is Brian Tang. He tracks the last 6 runs of your consensus models, and it just kind of shows you how things have changed just in a day. Our consensus models in the very lightest blue, farther to the east, and every run it's been shifting. Our consensus models are shifting, and usually they'll windshield wiper back and forth, but this has not happened yet. Don't get worked up on these spaghetti model lines, because this is just the low pressure area. Doesn't mean it's going to be organized or not. Could mean it's organized, but more than likely, if it's weak like they're showing, this will be more just a low pressure area mingling with the front line, which means not so much here, but we're going to see a lot of action pushing in rains and storms out ahead of it. So that's things I want to show you here of what to expect regardless of strength next week. Looking at strength next week, this is the only thing I still got my eye on is our high resolution models are now exiting the Yucatan. This is 5 days from now. So this is your halves A. We're going to be watching these extra close because once it exits, we'll be seeing if there's any sort of development now that's over the Gulf. So we'll be keeping an eye on these higher resolution models now that they're exiting. That's what I'm looking at. Again, we're not looking at anything super duper strong at this point, but strong tropical storm hurricane still could bring effect. So we're going to keep an eye on these exiting high resolution models in the next day now that the models are going past the Yucatan. And your H-Wharf's also doing that. Farther west it goes, definitely Florida's, going to get something southeast. But we'll keep an eye on the exit intensity now that it's back over water. So, it's going to have a little window there before the wind shear gets there, and the waters are still very warm. So that's the only, the two question marks would be, there's really nobody showing that. I don't see any models showing that. So that question mark's smaller than this question mark. So that question mark's like that. This is my biggest question mark at this point. What happens out here? But it's nothing. That's not trying to make something that's not there. It's just reality. Here's your rainfall totals. Like I said, we have a ton of people in Belize. This could be double digits, 20 inches plus. The GFS has got a little bit more rain towards the Yucatan and Belize than the Euro, but still going to be a huge story down there. I know we all worry about where we live, but there's people that watch my website from not just Florida. So it's important for them to see stuff like this. Big rains coming, and that's bad. We know what the rains did in the mountains of Tennessee and western North Carolina there. The same thing can happen down there. So that's something they're watching. As far as the sloppiness goes, here's the latest on tropicaltidbits.com. This is basically what a weak system would look like for Wednesday of next week. All of them are showing a weak system now. This is the GFS, Euro, Canadian, and the Icon. Now, again, it's not a forecast. We know things can change, but this is what a weak, sloppy system would look like with an approaching frontal line. Bunch of winds blowing junk into the Florida Peninsula. Some could be heavy rains. We could see storms. We could see squall lines. We could see thunder. We could see tornadoes. Yes, all this. Strong cold fronts bring nasty weather sometimes to the Florida Peninsula. This stays sloppy, then it's just going to mingle with this approaching cold front and up the rains, up the storms. If it's a tropical storm, we could have surge problems. Eta, was a tropical storm passing close to Tampa Bay. So we are still watching for impacts. Okay? This is always evolving, but the timing is not really changed. Could start to see sprinkles on Tuesday, but Wednesday's the big day, lingering into Thursday, gone by Friday. Then we got cooler, colder weather coming in. Now that's the following weekend. We got another front right now, currently. We had some storms yesterday along the upper Gulf Coast. This is what it looks like right now. I don't like that radar. Let me show you a different radar. This is what it looks like right now. There's our front. This is going to bring cooler weather tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday for the southeast, but it's not strong enough to lift this system up. We still have a high pressure connecting the dots below it and preventing it building a blocking high. So that's what we got now, and it's a little cold front. The following week's cold front's bigger, badder, colder, for sure. So what's that Facebook thing up? But I don't know. There's that. Now let's look at all the models, I guess. Kind of put it in a nutshell what we just talked about, timing wise and that kind of stuff, and go from there. Let's talk about the hurricane specific models. These are on Tropical Tidbits. I like to look at these. This is kind of just going to show you how it's going to linger. Coastal hug, 997, 998. Closer to hug Central America, less strength into the Yucatan, but we're going to watch this exit. Now, again, I'm not one to hype, but, we are seeing this thing exit at a 1,003, and it's 999 Tuesday morning. So, still could try to reorganize a little bit in that Gulf. The weaker it exits the Yucatan, less chance of anything too strong. But we're already starting to see a little deepening here as it exits on the H-Wharf. The latest H-Mon is showing an exit 1005, and it doesn't develop it yet. The latest HAS A is showing an exit of 1,000. I can't even see it on there. 1,004, and then it kind of redevelops it to 1,001. When that's not developed, that'd be a hype word. I gotta quit saying that word, hype. And then the 1,001. So yeah, I mean I know you're looking at that, or what the hell is all that? I don't. You can look at H-War parent and get a little better idea of what it's going to look like on a bigger picture. So there's your 995 crossover, and then maybe trying to get going again, maybe. But there's a lot of question marks. But this this could bring a little. This could at least keep the tropical storm formation chances. Who knows? Overall, though, let's take a look at other models. The Euro. Let's go back here. I gotta go back here to these. We'll look at some rain models. This to kind of show you timing, how it's kind of all looking the same now. Let's look at the latest GFS 6Z. There's your crossover, your mingle, and out of here. That's Friday morning. So there's a big sloppy low pressure mess. Very common of a frontal line sheared system, bringing a lot of rain and possible squall lines into Florida there. And then it's out of here. I mean, that's about as sloppy and ugly as it gets. Latest overnight GFS, keeping that blob of rain out of here. Maybe a little bit for the East Coast with that front line. Then it pulls out of here. Shows it lingering, but that's not nothing to stress about. But there you go. So there's 1,002. Could be a tropical storm. Again, it's because of a long land interaction. There you go. So there's last two GFS. Last Euro 6Z is running now, and it's mingling with that front. There's your front next Wednesday morning. Nothing's showing. Euro. There's your rains coming across the Florida Panhandle down in the peninsula. Nothing. So man, I mean, there's nothing to really show other than this is where we're at. I mean, there's a Canadian pulling up into the front. They're still showing heavy rain in Central Florida, but latest icon. What a difference in these models, man. I can't believe it, really. And there's your icon, so. Yeah, it's all because of that land error, So there you go, man. What a change, right? Then the Euro AI. Props to Euro AI. Like I said, it didn't do good at all with the. But it's kind of showed this along with the Canadian and the icon too. So, and then I pointed out yesterday when that Canadian or the KMA and UK trended the other way, we kind of knew that things were real. So that's where we're at. That's it. We're going to get a new track. Oh, it's 10 o'clock. We should have got a new track. Drum roll. This is the best part about the time change. Best part of the time change. We get to see the new advisory together. So, here we go. There you go. No cone. Look at that. And a depression. Cone meaning gap. So, wow. There you go. Not anything to stress about. That's for darn sure. See what the discussion says here. I love reading. Still uncertainty on how much land interaction. They always say, they always stress a lot of uncertainty, but there's always uncertainty. But man, hey, all right, let's throw away 2 days ago's models and maps and say here we are. That hurricane heat shoved our system south. How about that? That's good news. So I like it. Trends are our friends, and right now I don't see what are they talking about with their steering. Yeah, they just saying they bumped it more west again, so that's kind of what the consensus models were doing. Is nothing burger a word? I won't say nothing burger yet, but we might be close to it. Might be time to put Christmas out. Let's hope. Other than that, hey, thank you there, C Woman. Appreciate that about my mom. I appreciate all the nice comments. It means a lot. You know, I've been the biggest mama's boy. I'm the biggest mama's boy. Let me tell you, that'll be rough. Florida might just Florida's just going to get some sloppy rains and storms on Wednesday. Might linger a little bit into Thursday. Had to see what the Brew crew is over there chit-chatting about. But yeah, roller coaster ride, Casey. You ain't kidding. Yeah, hey man, weather changes. Gotta love it. Models are good sometimes and they're bad others. Yeah, it looked a lot better than yesterday, Brandon. I'm telling you. Louisiana, just cold front for you all. Cold front coming down Monday, Tuesday, maybe Tuesday. It's a strong cold front. Let me tell you this. So there's little things you look at. Look at that 540 line. 540 line is your freeze line. It's how cold the atmosphere is above. And look at this 540 line dipping like crazy dipping. John Anderson swinging, dipping. Look at that 540 line into the Gulf. Is that the 540 line? Should be. I don't see it on the map here. There's 534. That has to be the 540 line. It's just not on their code right here. You rarely see the 540 line dipping that far south. That's cold air. Now, what's crazy is I thought we might see some flurries popping in. Usually when you get the 540 line with moisture that close, there's a weird chance of a flurry or two popping. I tell you where we could see it better. Now, of course, it probably wouldn't reach the surface, but it's interesting. We can look here at that was my Twitter page. I'm on Twitter, by the way, if you didn't know that, and X, and Instagram, and Facebook, and YouTube. Let's take a close look here. Sometimes this map is a little easier to see. Because, I mean, hey, if there's a snowflake in the higher atmosphere, you could always, like, get a ladder and jump. All right. GFS. We'll go to Florida. We'll talk about this cold front here, too, in a second. Because it's kind of neat. All right, let's look at this here. Precipitation type. This one sometimes is a little easier to see. Oh, no blue. I thought we'd see one blue dot. Just one blue dot. Give me one blue dot. That's a cold front, man. Probably won't reach the surface, but still. Still just a sign that winter's close, right? Here's the rain blob by Wednesday, by the way, in the latest GFS. So that was yesterday's or last night's. Here's your rain blob, leftover TD 19. So again, we're gonna have a lot of rain, no matter what. There's gonna be a lot of rain, some storms to worry about, possibly, maybe a tornado. We get these with normal squall lines in the wintertime, anyways. Squall lines can sometimes be pretty stormy. If we get a big dip in the jet stream, this is your lightning map. This kind of shows you where we can see some storms. This is thunderstorms Wednesday. So we can see some thunderstorm action. Let's look at the 5 and 700 velocity here. This kind of gives you a really good look at how deep this trough is next week. And you can see it really digging. This is next Wednesday. Very big dip in the jet. and that sometimes brings some storms. Actually, you know what? I bet you we're going to see some storms out of this. That's a pretty big dip. This is next Wednesday. I bet you, I haven't even looked yet, but oh yeah, see, we're already starting to show storms here. Day 4, day 5. So as that big dip comes into play, we're going to start seeing springtime storms there across the Texas area with this big dip right there. Lifts out of here with another one behind it. So crazy, right? Let's look at temperatures real quick. We'll look at a blended map, just kind of give you an overall. This is a pretty cool map. Whoa, that's a big map. Blended maps are nice because it puts all the models together and kind of lets you see what they're thinking. So let's look at southeast, look at temperature. This is rain. I guess I clicked the wrong one. This is rain. We got to click temperature. Okay, southeast. Let's look at this front coming into play, and here it comes Friday of next week. Yeah, it's not that big. What the hell? Everybody hyping this front up, ain't that strong? Wonder why it's just not going to reach the surface. Oh, that's high temperature. Never mind. Oh, questioning my own forecast here. There we go. It's like, wait a minute. We just went through this whole 10 minutes about how strong this front is, and it showed that was high temperatures. All right, so here's Wednesday of next week. Here comes the cold air. And there you go. This is next Saturday morning, a week from Saturday. And you can see these, probably some 30s reaching pretty far south. We got possibly 30s in Thursday, Friday of the following week. That's that cold front that's going to lift whatever comes up. So there'll be some 30s possibly in the Florida Panhandle next week. I bet you the Euro probably shows it. Here, let's take a look. The Euro, this is the most aggressive when it comes to cold weather. I've learned anyways. Let's see. Let's look at daily lows, and we'll go out to next week. It doesn't go out that far. Barely. It starts to go out that far. And it's not showing that bad. Low of 40s. That's high. No, it's low temps. Yeah, so it's not the most aggressive. National Weather Service doesn't go out that far. It's going to be cold. We're going to see 30s and 40s for the Panhandle a week from Friday, Saturday. So that's a pretty big cold front coming into play. But there you go. That's it. Oh, Lance, I will do that, buddy. Thanks for that, buddy. For Mom. So, made a post yesterday about the flip-flop begins and it's continuing, so that's good. We have not seen we want to see a flip-flop from what we saw to this. We don't want to see a windshield wiper, because windshield wiper means it's going back to where it was. So flip-flops are good. Even old wire-tied flip-flops with holes in them. Steering pattern again, yeah, we can show you that. Right now it's pretty cut and dry. There's a high pressure locked in place that just there's no steering currents. We got a high pressure to the west, high pressure to the north. Here you go. This is a high. This is a high. Here's our system. So this is kind of doing that. This is kind of doing that. And right now there's just nowhere to go. There's no steering currents. So high pressure here, high pressure there. Eventually that front moves on out, and we'll see that on Tropical Tidbits if you want. We can look at the Euro. We can look at that. Look at upper level guidance, and you'll see the cold front coming into play. I don't like that one. I like the other one, this one. And right now we're seeing our system here with high pressure to the north, and here comes our front line, and eventually here comes the front next Monday, and whatever's left, basically that's only goes out to, oh, this is the 6Z, never mind. Let's go to 00Z. Here we go. 00Z. All right. So there is our front coming into play. right here over next weekend, and it's going to push out our high. See, that pushes the high out of the way. So basically, we just have a block in place right now. You can see it very well. This is currently through the weekend. You can see the high pressure to the north. This is going to drive our system towards the Yucatan. This is for the weekend. Here's our front coming into play, and it's going to push our system out of the way, opening the door. So, pretty confident on that. You can see it better on lower dynamics. It's just not as cut and dry. There's a lot of blue, meaning a big cold front next Tuesday. But anyway, all right, cool. So we covered all weather. We'll see what the hurricane hunter's find. We don't see any outliers. Outliers you pay attention to, but right now we don't see any. So there you go. It's time to turn the tropics off. Could we call it quits? This is a good sign here. The MJO going into a very suppressed sinking air phase after this next week. That right there could be the nail in the old coffin. Even our long-range tropics global hazards map showing nothing. I thought that was a glitch. I'm like, wait a minute. There's nothing. We haven't seen nothing on that map all year. So this could be it. The grand finale. Time to party at TBBC and win some big stuff. So Dylan Hubbard's is giving away a gift basket. I'm going to have to go down there and we're going to hang out, have a beer, one of his awesome fishing trips and some gear. That's going to be great. I'm working on Margaritaville, hoping to get a cruise. We got ABC doing 3 baskets, a wine, I think a tequila and a whiskey basket. They're going to be worth good money. Publix is donating a very nice basket with gift cards and products. Furman's giving away 2 generators. We've mentioned that. Fran Hosh here is going to be doing something special for us. Hoping to do a bike for Mike deal where she can get all of her biker friends to show up and donate. I have a couple biker buddies that said that might be a lot of fun to get them involved. So we're going to have a lot of big announcements. The after party is going to benefit local Oldsmar Cares, and it'll be unlimited beer. That ticket will be available at TBBC for that, and we're going to have that continue afterwards. So I'll be posting a lot more about that in the coming days ahead. So anyway, that is it for me. Not going to retire flip-flops, Linda. They got another year left in them. Lee County Electric. Well, thank you there at T3. I'll take a look at it. Yo-Hell, what's up? Oh, good idea there, Shelly. Saw that. That might be good. Southeast impacts, just because it's going to be a lot of wind shear pushing this thing towards the east, and the front's going to be digging south. So, thank you for all the well wishes from our mom. And there you go. I don't know about any more hurricanes this season. This might be the last hurrah. The models are all indicating this is a weaker system now, which is crazy. I've never seen the models flip like this in a good way. Doesn't mean they can again. It's what we still gotta. Yeah, James, no meet and greet. We weren't able to get it going at ABC. It was too many logistics and too many effects from Milton and Helene that just made things messed up. So sorry about that. Oh, Sherry Pie, that's very nice of y'all. Look at that, Sherry Pie. Well, we're on YouTube since 1999. You all are in our prayers, sending love to my mom. So, Canada rain on Wednesday. Maybe a little bit on lingering into Thursday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is it. Friday it's gone. We can look at cool map that I love is this humidity map. Well, you can see it a couple of different ways. We'll look at. Well, I already got this one open. We'll look at it here. Oh, this one will kind of show you the dry air that's coming down with this cold front. So here's our system. This is next. This right here, this mess down here that you're looking at is Tuesday morning. This is lifting whatever is down there upwards to that frontal line. This is a water vapor map. And what happens is all that water vapor heads to Florida. This is a little bit southeast. But here's that dry air behind it. And, you know, it could linger. I mean, the GFS is kind of showing the same thing. There might be another front coming in behind it. That's kind of long-range stuff, but could be a stretch of some wet weather. But bottom line, this is showing you that front line coming down next Wednesday, bringing some cooler air with another front right behind it through the weekend. But that's interesting. That could keep the rain chances up, but that's a long way away. We're not going to focus on that yet. But that's the water vapor loop for the Euro next Wednesday morning. So that's it, folks. We probably won't even be live tonight. If we don't see anything to panic about, I'm not going to go live tonight. So we'll be live tomorrow. Hey, David, it's going to be locally here at the West Chase. All right. Yeah, a lot of rain for Priscilla. I just did a post on that. We got double-digit rains for Belize, double digits for Honduras. So, yes. Daniel, I'm jealous. You're going on to Margaritaville tomorrow. God, I love that ship. It's so fun. Addie, thank you for that. There will not be a live tonight, Addie. I don't think so. I need a break, man. And there will be if everything changes, but I can't see things changing. This thing's that high pressure. You know, every day closer. You got to realize every day we get closer, confidence increases. So what's really crazy is those models were 7-8 days out, and they were that wrong. So man, crazy. And here's the thing: if I don't talk about it, others do, and they want to hear my input on it. So I'm not going to not talk about when models are showing worst or best case scenarios, because somebody else is, and people want to hear my take on it too. So no hurricane Southwest Florida right now, Victor. Not that I'm seeing. There was yesterday or 2 days ago, but so anything else we can talk about? You're on a cruise, Matt? Very wet, Cozumel, pouring. Yeah, I know. We got not the best weather for you. I'm jealous of all y'all cruising. Yeah, you're getting remnants for sure currently down there from this little system. I mean, it's, you know, if it wasn't for land, that high pressure came in. Hey, I'll tell you what. The weather, Mother Nature has been kind, because Mother Nature turned Rafael last week with a rare high pressure. And guess what? We have high pressure again pushing Rafael south. Bad for them, good for lower 48. But high pressure saves the day again. So high pressure saved the day twice for Florida especially. So anyway, all right. Well, I'll stay on it as always. The models come out at 12. I'm not seeing a huge change. I'm gonna post the latest National Hurricane Center. So thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great Thursday, and you know, get in the Christmas spirit. Thanksgiving first, obviously. Thanksgiving is a very important time for many folks. Try to watch planes, trains, and automobiles at least once. Local Wink girl Lauren is going to be on the Macy Days Parade. I follow her on TikTok, and she's so excited. I love watching her down at Wink News. So if you're watching the Macy's Day Parade, she'll be on the float. And then the dog show. Dale, what's up, buddy? I thought we were going to have a storm, bud, but it doesn't look like it. So we'll see you tomorrow, all right? Friday, TGIF, right? Cheers.